Club, and of course it's Valentine's Day, so we had to talk about some love books. We got Jeff Scott here with the Washoe County Library to talk to us. 3 options, 2 of them romance themed, 1 for Black History Month. We of course want to honor that as well. This first one you and I have been chatting about, expiration dates, really kind of a cool premise.
Yeah, I like that. So Daphne's, has a long dating life, and one of the things that helps with her dating life is she gets these little notes. So she meets a guy, she thinks she likes him, and then she'll get a note with his name and then how long they will date. So the first time she meets a boy in middle school, she goes on a date and it says, Josh, 8 days. Like, oh, okay. So you kind of know how long you're going to date someone. And so it's kind of a phenomenon that's gone with her whole life. And so she's going to go on this date with this guy, a blind date, Jake. She gets the note and then there's no date on it. So is Jake the one? And so that's kind of the thing through most of the book, is that you kind of have the dates with Jake and thinking like, it's going well, maybe this is the one. And then you have flashbacks of other times where she had boyfriends where it only lasted 3 months. She dated her boss, or one where she dated the guy. She went with them home with them that night, and she got a note that says one night, and it's like, oh, okay, well, that's not going to last. At least you get closure on that. But it's a couple great twists at the end, and then a really great finish on that. So it's really a fun book.
And interesting, I'm very intrigued by this because I wonder how much of that is predetermined from the note, or is it actually what's happening? So that is a very cool premise there. Very intrigued to read that one. Now this is for the couples who you say have been married 5 years or longer. Table for 2.
Right. So this is kind of marriage after the honeymoon period, been married a long time, and kind of like handling your spouse a lot of times. So it's a bunch of short stories. The one I really like is called The Bootlegger. And so that story is the couple goes on a date. They go to Carnegie Hall hearing this soloist. And it's a really great event. And so someone comes in late, he's an 80-year-old man, he kind of gets in the way, and he's like, the husband's annoyed by this. Why is he there? And then he realizes that we're recording the session, which is illegal. It's against the rules. And he gets all upset. And so he basically is so obsessed with this, he kind of ruins his own experience of this wonderful classical music. And so he leaves during intermission, complains about the guy, and the guy's like, I'm not recording. And then the cops are involved, and eventually reaches for the guy, and a recorder comes out. It's like, aha, you were recording, you're lying to me. And he's like, yes, I used to come with my wife for 20 years to this, and she's been sick, and so I've been recording it for her. It's like, now you're a jerk.
Yes.
What a jerk. And so how do you handle that as like the wife is there going like, how do I handle the situation delicately? Because I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to feel bad, but also I need to extract ourselves from the situation that's really bad. So let's go home, sweetie. So that story alone has like 3 or 4 different twists that are really great for, people married more than 5 years and kind of handling their spouse or dealing with that. Still love each other, but also kind of like situations where like, this little quirk of yours is becoming a problem.
Yes, I love it. You still love them, but you just are a little less tolerant of some of those. A
little bit more management going on in the marriage. Yes. So it's the fun short stories. Yes.
And of course, February, also Black History Month. So This Is Honey is a collection of poems.
Yeah, so Black contemporary poetry, you have all the really major poems. So you have Rita Dove, you have Amanda Gorman, you have Clint Smith, you have Washoe Shire. Washoe Shire was the one who inspired a lot of the lyrics for Beyonce's Lemonade. You had Amanda Gorman, who spoke their poem at President Biden's inauguration. And so it's a great variety of poetry. It has both the concept about creating art is sometimes you think art that's serious has to have teeth with it. And so the counter argument is that art can be about love, and this is the honey. So this is the sweet parts of the poetry. And so it has a bit of romantic poems. It has serious poems about pride, about place, about growing up Black. And so great variety. So if you're getting introduced to such a whole host of poets and poems, 400 pages long. So you're going to find a poet in there that you're going to really like.
Wonderful. All right. Here's a list of those titles again for you. Every single book is available right now, except for expiration dates. That comes out in March. So make sure you're getting your reservation now at the Washoe County Library. Jeff, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me on the show.
All right. We'll be right back.